So, I have cheered up, and I wanted to say, I have a story time for you guys. You see what I'm holding, my little baby, because she is so attached to me. Y'all see this? I do not understand, guys. Anyway, I had a story time. I don't know if it's going to be that funny because I'm not in a really great mood right now, but I want to try to tell it. I want to try to tell it the best I can. So I've had at least 3 encounters with men that I've met online. Okay? And these encounters were simply just to meet up and, see where it went, it was over a phone conversation that I had. And we had met over the phone, kinda. And the guys, they were like, it was only one guy supposed to be. And my mom heard I was going to meet them. Him. It was supposed to just be one. And you get the hint. There was 2 of them. Anyway, I went out and my mom said, "You're not going by yourself. That's very dangerous." Anyway, she says it's very dangerous. I don't want you going out there like that. And my grandmother's always also explained to me that I shouldn't go meet, especially men, by myself. So, we proceeded to go. They weren't that far away from me, probably maybe a 15-minute drive. So I went up there, and me and my mom sit there and waited. And all of a sudden, they pull up in something like a wrecker. It had on the side of the truck, Fat Boys, okay? Okay, knowing me, I'm a big girl. My mom she's not that big. She was only like 150 pounds. And so the boys pull up. It was 2 of them. And they were very big guys. Not saying that there's anything wrong with that, because my man is a big guy and I love it. But for some reason, they pull up. They didn't even get out of the truck. Sorry, I got a little bit of dandruff going on. I washed my hair last night, but I've always had problem with dandruff. But they pull up, and the wrecker truck is named Fat Boys on the side. And the whole time I was sitting there, they wouldn't look you in the face. They just say something and they would laugh. I don't even remember what the conversation was, but I was very lucky went with me, because I feel like that if she hadn't went with me, they might have took off with me. And I wouldn't be on here talking to y'all today. Which some people probably wish that was true now. But, once again, not trying to be offensive. But these guys, they were, like I said, big guys, like tall and like big. And I thought they were making fun of me, and I don't know, they just looked like they were like laughing at me, or my mother and me, I don't know, and it was horrible, guys. So there was another incident where I met a guy. Well, I didn't actually want to meet these people now. It was 2 guys, and me and my mom, once again, my ride or die right there, my mother. We went to the water. My mom is not one that liked to get in the water because she believes it's nasty. People drowned in water, and it's just disgusting. It's no telling what's in that water. Anyway, that's the way she was. But at this particular moment, she said, hey, I'm going to get in the water with my daughter, you know? So we got in the water. It was like really a lot of water. I mean, there's a lot of water anyway, but it was like we had gotten a lot of rain. And we were sitting there, and there was a guy, and it was two of them. We had never seen them around where we lived before. And all of a sudden, I was having fun. I was jumping in the water, and I was having a really great time. And all of a sudden, this guy, he's really tall. He's kind of skinny. And he had muscles, But that's not the point. This guy comes out of nowhere, jumps. Okay, he first asked me a question. He says, if I were drowning, would you come save me? And I said, I would if you didn't know how to swim. He said, well, I don't know how to swim. He said, come save me. Okay, I had a boyfriend at the time. But he wasn't coming down there. He was working. And the guy jumped in the water coming after me. Okay, I have no idea what to do. This guy looks like he's like 6'5", 100 and maybe 80 pounds. Oh, come on, Black. It's my cat. I'm talking to my cat. I don't know what's wrong with her. She just wants to cling to me. But anyway, he's like 160 to 180 pounds. Muscle. Now, he's not fat. He's muscle. He's coming after me like a tarantula. I mean, like, I have no idea what to do. And he's like, I'm short. I'm like 5'1". And I'm sitting there trying to swim out. And he's sitting there walking out to where I was swimming at. And I finally told him, I said, dude, I got a boyfriend and he's on his way here. He went on his way there. Now, I mind you that my mother is only 150 pounds again. And the guy that was after her was on the bank. And she was on the bank at first. And, he was on the bank. And he was like, hey, little mama, and this guy was like 300 pounds. And he wanted a shot at my mom. And my mom was like, hey, Sorry. My mom was like, hey. He was like, how you doing, little mama? She was like, I'm all right. And me and Mama, the first thing we thought about is, okay, we're about to be kidnapped. Because these guys are not from around here. I've never seen these guys in my life. And what made it so bad is that they had like this really suspicious looking car. Like, it looked like it had, it looked like it was one of them sneaky cars you see in the movies that do the drive-bys. I'm just saying. And Mama got scared because the guy was coming like down the bank after her too. And Mama just takes off and just like dives in the water. This woman does not want to get in the water, but at that time she was like, I'm getting in this water. I'm not getting attacked by this big man, this grizzly bear coming after me. And she didn't know what to do. And no, I'm not making fun of size, okay? I'm just saying that the dude was 10 times bigger than my mom. And the first thing we were thinking, because we had never seen these guys, we didn't know them. And they were just like, hey, come save us. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, if my boyfriend finds you messing with me, you gonna need saving for real. Because the guy that I was with before Philip, he was definitely the type that liked to start fights. He loved to fight. I mean, he scared me sometimes. Like, we would go to friends' houses, and I mean, he was so he was just he liked to fight. Anyway, let's get off of him. But like I said, that was a scary day of meeting these guys. These were not even people online. These were people that just met us at the water. Well, we didn't even know they were there. We just come down there, and there they were, and they was trying to pick up them some girls, I think. Well, I am not the type of girl that's going to be picked up. Okay? I'm not beautiful. I'm not anything of that. I don't think so. I mean, that is just my opinion on myself. That is what I've been pretty much told all my life, and I don't think I'm all that. I am not all that. I think I'm a nice person, and that's why the last video you see me cry. Well, you didn't see me cry, but I did. And like I said, I told a couple friends that I was talking to that I am not going to come on here and cry. I'm not crying for views, okay? That's just how I am. I'm not going to cry so somebody will like me. You either like me, you don't like me. And I mean, it's like somebody said, I just tell it like it is. I do. It's no reason to lie. And why? No, I'm not going into that because I just got really upset a little while ago and I don't want to do it again. But anyway, like I said, me and my mom, we did a lot of things together. I've met a lot of people. Well, not a lot. I've met like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 people offline. And every one of them were kind of weird, you know. They weren't weird. They just didn't really treat me very nicely. I guess because I just wasn't good enough. I don't know. But I know those people. And I actually... Sit down. Stop. And I actually did see those guys again later on. I've seen those guys again, like, when I was doing my chemo. Me and my mom went to this place called Roanoke, and we actually seen their truck. And my mom was like, "Oh my God, there they are!" And I was like, "I don't think we want to see them again." After they just laughed at us the whole time. Like, instead of even looking at us, they were just sitting there laughing, and they were like they wouldn't even look us in the face. Like, instead of looking like this, they do like, "Yeah, I know what you're talking about," blah 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 blah, you know, whatever they were talking about. And I just did not have a really good time. I stress when I meet people the first time. Like, when I get home, my whole neck hurts because I'm so stressed. I'm so scared that I'm gonna say something, do something, offend them, or they won't like me or whatever. But I have spent my whole entire life trying to impress people, and I'm just tired of doing that. I mean, like, why do I have to pretend to be somebody that I'm not, just so somebody will like me? Sorry guys, I just have a really itchy nose. I don't know that I'm allergic to cats, but you know, sometimes I get itchy, runny eyes and itchy skin when they're around me, and I really love them. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to throw them out. I took these cats in because my granny was passing, you know, she was dying. And she loved her cats so much, and her cats just kept having kittens. Because usually she would have fixed her cats. But she was sick, and my granny just, you know, wasn't thinking. She had like dementia, and you know, we couldn't just take her money and do anything with it. Usually she, like I said, she'd have them fixed. But so I took for her cats because they needed to be taken care of, you know. So I wanted a dog, okay, but I settled for the cats because, like I said, I wasn't supposed to have animals, and my landlord said I could have I could have had a bird if I want one, or fish. And I just like, okay, if I can have a bird, then he's saying I can have a caged animal. So I said I can have ferrets. So I wanted a ferret. Well, they were like, my ferrets were like $200 a piece. But I only wanted one. But then I looked up online and seen where it's better to have two so they can play together. So we ended up going to get two of them. My husband sold one of his guns to get me my ferrets for Christmas of 2 years ago. So that's how much I mean to him. That's how much I mean to this little fella. He sold his personal property so I could be happy. And somebody wants to say something about him laying on the couch asleep because he works all the time. This man works all the time. So I think he earns his right to sleep on his couch as he wants to. That's just my opinion, you know. But I enjoy my little ferrets. And I was saying that, you know, and then they found out that we had cats. And then, you know, they weren't too happy about it. But they upped the rent to $30 more so we could keep them. And I told them the story behind it, you know. But hopefully soon we'll be moving out of here and getting out. We've been here for 6 years. And, you know, we don't, like I said, we don't talk to nobody. We don't really do a lot with anybody. So. But anyway, that was my story of meeting people online, people I don't know. I've heard weird things about that, and you know, you hear it every day, people going to meet people and getting missing, and you know, it's just stuff that happens all the time. Well, anyway, I'm going to get off here, and I'll think of something else to tell you guys. Bye. Well, this is the end of Vlogmas 6. I'm sorry it isn't very long. Like I said, I haven't had a really good day. I haven't really had a good day after reading that message. I need to start getting a thicker skin and just do what I do. Be happy, as I haven't been happy in probably at least for 3 years. And that is because I've been dealing with a lot of sickness, illness. I don't have time to be picking on people and being a troll, as somebody called me. I don't understand that. I don't understand how I can be a troll because I'm always nice. Like I said, I guess I just need to start making sure I don't read a comment and then put it in my video the next day, which I didn't know I did. But anyway, you know, things happen. I put a little bit of makeup on for you guys. Not a lot. Did my eyebrows a little bit. They look funky, but that's okay. I went on my TikTok, and I got my TikTok family helping me out because they're a big supporter group. When I'm down, that's what I do. I go on there and sing some songs and talk to my friends on there, and they help me through things. So maybe you guys should look into TikTok. Some of you that are down on yourself and, you know, feel bad. My hair's sticking straight up. Look at that. Whatever. It's whatever. Who cares? I said who cares about that, you know. But anyway, I love you guys, and I will repeat it. If I have hurt anyone on this, I am sorry, but I will not be apologizing this time because I didn't mean to do it, and I know I didn't mean to do it. I am not going to keep apologizing for something I know I did not mean to do. So y'all have a wonderful night. And I hope these messages, and my story, and me eating my Burger King that I told my friend that I would be getting through the whole week, but I didn't get. But I finally got my Burger King. I love Burger King. Alright guys, I will talk to you later in the next video. Hopefully that'll be the parade.
You know, it's called a joke. We used to tell them from time to time before people became offended by everything.